I'm back, and one of my first thoughts is, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what are the controls? I'm trying to, like, I've been looking at the controls menu, trying to, like, internalize what they are, and being like, okay, so jump, attack, A is jump, X is attack, B is heal, not dodge, which is what it is in Souls games. Y is the sidearm, and, like, right bumper is switch. Like, it'll come back from playing, but I'm gonna be pressing the wrong buttons for a bit. And I already have been. I already wasted my heal by accident, coming back to it. Whoops. Is that a manual? I'm surprised the manual is in the art style. Because it's a game manual. Interesting. I kind of thought they would do the thing with the manual in that Fox game I can't think of the name of right now that was really, really good you should play. Which was a game where there was an in-game manual, but it was a out-of-game manual, so it like looked like paper and stuff, and that was fun. This is a whole ass control thing, though. Bones and boning up. Different things that give you a different amount of bones. There are enough bones, and you'll automatically bone up. Choose a category to increase the effectiveness at the cost of your bones. Attack, defense, sidearms, bone, soul, exit. Exit? Bone stone. Instead of leveling a previous category, choose to instead store bones safely in a bone stone. This is weird because the bone stone is like incorporated in the menu with all of the actual upgrades, as if it's an upgrade, and it goes up in cost every time you do it. And like once you buy the other upgrades, the bone stone is inevitably the next cheapest thing to get, so you just kind of intuitively will buy it. But I guess it's just like, I guess it's just a little reward. Like you got the first 3 stats. Now they'll cost more. Here's a little checkpoint halfway to you affording the next milestone. Is some of your bones become permanent or storable, so that you can't lose them. I guess is the idea. Maybe I'm not really sure what to think about that. It's interesting. It makes sense. In that I get how it works now, and it's not flawed because it works, and that's all fine. It feels unintuitive that it's there in the levels thing, and not like a separate service you do elsewhere, I guess. So in reflexively, I'm like, what? I'm confusing. I'm confused. I'm confused by the implementation of that particular idea. Just feels very strangely placed. Okay, so let's get back into remembering how to play this game. That's a big guy. Right. Oh! Okay, that's a clear sign of when you need to jump. Haha! Oh, I accidentally burrowed. Damn it. I have to have so much restraint with my button presses. There we go. That could have gone worse. Yeah, you know what? I'll take a weapon. It's a real learning curve with this game. This game is so beautiful. Whoa! 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 Ah! Hey! Oh! I'm reminded of when I tried to play Street Fighter 6 with my friends, and I couldn't wrap my head around how to play Blanca, even though I wanted to play Blanca. And there's just so much specific conduct of how to hold every button, and how exactly when to and not to hold things. Because Blanca is a charge character, which means that he has moves where in order to do certain moves, instead of doing some complex input like quarter circle, triple B, blah, 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 bunches of inputs, it'd be like, if you press punch, he does punch, but if you hold back diagonal for 0.5 seconds, then punch, he does like a fucking cannonball crazy thing, and you're like, what? Oh, hello. Like, I didn't know charge characters existed. And I didn't know that that's how they worked at all. That's a furry. Hello. Oh, I met you before in the previous room, didn't I? Good to see ya. There's gotta be a way through. Maybe a trinket or sidearm could help us reach that chest. It's embarrassing to even admit it. I was trying to do an Australian accent. And it came out as like vaguely New York. I don't know how to do an Australian accent at all. This has come up before with the various Australian characters in the visual novels I read with Bird, but I'm like, I don't get it. 100% do not get it. Okay, so I can't do this until I get the umbrella that I just got rid of. So hooray. The question is, will I remember this place exists when I see an umbrella again? It's the struggle. A lot of this feels like it's gonna be a memory test of like, oh god, do I even, when I get certain things, will I remember what I wanted them for and where that was? Ah, what is that? I'm out of heals. It is not good for me. Is it a horse? Horse. I really wish my weapon picked up items. Yeah, like Blanca really like opened my eyes to entirely different ways of controlling video games that I didn't even really realize were in play for certain types of characters in certain games. In a similar way, here I'm having to really think about like, oh, I can't just hold. Like I think in Dark Souls you can kind of just be holding B after you roll sometimes, or I think the specific. I don't have any heals. That shrug is very funny. The specifics of how rolling works in Dark Souls, I think, maybe leads to me always doing like a little rapid tap because I'm trying to perfectly punctuate the input of dodging during the iframes. It's weird to think about it. You don't. How do I put this? The state you're trying to reach in most video games is that you don't think about the controller at all. It's just an invisible thing that you're using automatically and not having to think about. Because every time you stop to think about it is a delay. So you want it to become second nature. But those second nature inputs have flaws in them, and the flaws of those second nature inputs can often be revealed by video games interpreting your data differently, and it really throws me off sometimes. Like the way that I'll like just try to hop and I'll accidentally dig at the end. Like, oh fuck, no, I didn't realize I was still holding it down at the end of the jump. Which is its own weird thing, because here you just tap it and you have a full-size jump. But some level of thing that fucking with my brain might be the fact that in a lot of video games you specifically need to teach yourself to hold a jump for longer in order to finish jumping all the way. Like your jump will be shit if you don't hold it down. I don't know, there's like a lot of weird details. Horse. Debris blocked the bridge to Ossex up here. How will I reach the trinket shop now? That was rude, video game. Ow. Oh, it's this stuff. I can make flaming rivers. What happens if I do this? It destroys it. Then it goes away after a bit. Okay. We learned this from the forge. Neat. Skull. Bone up. Wait. Oh. The manual said that boning up can refill my stuff, and that a well-timed bone up could really help things out during a run. I've never boned up in public before. I've got this far in the game and I've only boned up at the checkpoints via using some of my backlogged souls. I've never had enough on me at once to fully restore in one go. Sorry, I couldn't pass up that ridiculous. I couldn't pass up the joke, but oh my god, what a thing to say in a Let's Play. But I can't go that way. Yeah. What a weird way of displaying that you can't go further. It's just a pile of logs. It just doesn't inherently communicate the idea of being a barrier, in my opinion. It's got a weird vibe to it. Ow! Jumped wrong. It's very funny to me that the indicator that you can't jump in further direction is that there's a little pile of logs. I'm like, what? They look like those things you put on a beach in order to break the incoming waves. So that's gonna be a lot of lava. This is a fun little mechanic. I don't know what I want. I keep not using them at all. It's Y, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, these are the boomerang sword. That is a fun idea to have. Oh, don't die. I'm okay. I'm okay. It'll be interesting to see how successfully I manage to be completionist about this game. Because it does seem... I'm multitasking, you prick. It does feel like it's going to be a lot to keep track of. Oh, he also makes the stuff do it. Okay. Gotta watch over that. Man, that's nostalgic for me. In a weird way. Seeing the, an enemy have like a reddish-brown outline when they're low on health. What's it taking me back to? Like, TMNT or something, I think? Not what I meant to do, obviously. But I got it eventually. In part. Oh, shit! Did that wrong. Whoops. Let's just be targeted. There we go, let's just be careful. Yeah, she's a little sweaty bit. Look at it. The way she reacts when you're almost in lava. That's funny. I think I'm thinking of like TMNT or something. I used to play a lot of classic beat-em-up arcade games, both at home as a game I owned and in the arcades a lot. Played a lot of Sunset Riders, The Cowboys of Moo Mesa, which was a show I also watched because I'm a furry, but didn't know yet. But I definitely had a fixation on Cowboys of Moo Mesa as a younger child. Granted, they were all furry shows, like they were all weird anthro-animal shows, but that was the show that's specifically about big, buff mammal characters as opposed to like street sharks and TMNT. Turtles, the turtles are like unrecognizable as turtles, except for the shells, obviously. They don't really resemble turtles that much. They just are kind of cartoon characters that are blobby shaped with their face and whatnot. Maybe it's a controversial take and everyone's like, oh, that's exactly what turtles look like, but they couldn't be drawn any other way. I don't know. Recover one spark. Shit, where was I? I literally was, it was a different day when I last was at this checkpoint. Oh god, I guess they died quickly. So I need to figure out how to get to there. Ow. I definitely have incentive to go replay old zones later. It's definitely more satisfying to lawn mow grass with your dig mechanic than it is to attack with your weapon. Granted, I have a whip. It might be different if I used one of the other weapons. So I'm using the whip, which is definitely less satisfying for cutting grass than Link's sword in 2D games that just goes. Got him. Ooh. Am I even gonna find where I left off? I'm a little worried. Evil laser. I think I can't cross that from here without the Umbrella Ella A song and band musician I didn't listen to. Ah. Holy fuck! I need you to calm down. Holy shit, all of my everything was gone. That went bad so fast. Oh, I do not need bat. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I'm about to lose my bones. I guess I just leveled 3 seconds ago, so it really doesn't matter, does it? You fool! I think we're almost there. No. I'm not good at the combat so far. Talked about it with 2D games before, but like it is quite the experience. Oh no! I have aggroed enough. I'm gonna change screen. That's about as bad as that could have gone. I need to get my shit together. Wow. It is a very different skill to get used to, is the idea of dodging incoming attacks in a pre-Z targeting world. Like Ocarina of Time added Z targeting, and now we call it lock on and Dark Souls and so on. And in those games, you really like they massively surrender a lot of control and complexity, and it just becomes you rotating around the enemy's position. And very occasionally the level might matter, but in most cases the level kind of never matters in games like those, and you really do just freely rotate around the enemy whenever as much as you want to. Oh no, no! Oh, the fucking bird! Ah! Alright, I'm out of healing items already. Not a good start. I need to lock in. This might only go left and right. Don't really have to deal with them chasing me. Where did I die? Was it up here somewhere? Did I open up the shortcut when I came up from the other side? I think I was up here. These are really complex, like multi-layered environments. I think this guy might have my spark. Oh, damn it. There we go, we got our spark pack at least. Whew. This is literally my 911. That's how many bones I have, to be clear. That's why I said that. Yeah, people forget how simplified combat is when you're playing with lock-on and a lot of these things. I think it's why people are kind of reflexively so hostile to the various enemies in Dark Souls 2, where the best way to fight them is to stop locking on, because they really don't want to have an experience of not locking on in a Souls game. Because the lock-on is so... It frees them of so much cognitive load of having to deal with other stuff. Ah! Did not mean to jump off that at all, so that was just a disaster for me. Because it just becomes like a circular arena around the current location of the enemy you're fighting, and everything else about the environment kind of melts away and doesn't matter. So Bone Up does not give you your healing back. I can go under them. Okay, I'm like, how do you fight these things exactly in hallways? Yeah, it was taking way too long to get there with my tangent because I was trying to play the video game and getting my ass beat. But yeah, like it's a unique and different skill to have to dodge around the enemies by physically reacting in the physical space by navigating. Like I have to physically go somewhere else to dodge certain attacks. We do have this thing, which definitely helps, but this is also kind of like I can see why they added the delay to this thing, because like it's their answer to how easy and oversimplifying an iframe based Dark Souls roll is. Because those games are just about hitting the dodge perfectly in time with the damaging attack to iframe through it. And there's obviously not skill and depth to that. Like there's been an entire franchise that's dedicated just to that mechanic essentially as its core thing. And Sekiro further did that by making it parry. So it's like, oh, now you have to do it no matter what, because you don't even physically evade the attack. You now have to just sit there and tap the button at the right time for the whole fight. But now they make that kind of thing harder, and it turns into its own variation of also just kind of going around various threats. It's just, I don't know, I'm not expressing this very well, but it's just like it's very, very different to have to dodge around an attack on a 2D plane by physically getting out of the way of it, because, and this is true for 2D Zeldas too, every time you get attacked, you're essentially being hit with a question. And in Dark Souls, the answer to that question is almost always hit B at the correct time to win. If you have to deal with a 3D environment like this, or 2D environment, whatever, you have to navigate in the environment around the enemy without having a lock-on mechanic and having ever-changing contexts for where you are and what the local crunchy-ass environment is and what the threats are. The answer changes every time, and there's skill in you having to come up with the answer on demand every single time and improvise in a way that you don't have to when the answer is just press B. And maybe be mindful of that giant cliff over there, if there is one sometimes, but there probably isn't, because usually you can kind of just pretend you're in a nice little safe combat arena with your current enemy in Dark Souls and play it the same way every time, unless there are a bunch of enemies nearby or big stage hazards, which usually aren't, or you can safely draw the fight to a safe place and not have to deal with that. An interesting dilemma brought on by Matthew Matosis and other people when they made videos complaining about Dark Souls 2 was that they were kind of chafing against the fact that Dark Souls 2 frequently asks you to fight a bunch of enemies at once, and that often means doing crowd control, navigating around the environment, and choosing to take the fights to specific locations, maybe fighting without lock-on, or carefully positioning things so that the lock-on is most effective. And all of those were very different skills than were being asked of you in Dark Souls 1, and I think a lot of people hated that. But it was actually a more, in many cases, kind of a more interesting challenge, which I took to pretty well and had a good time with. But it's like some of the most commonly cited things about why they hate the second game is because it's kind of doing some similar things to what's happening here. That and adaptability, but that's kind of just like a meme. Like, I don't know. I can't take adaptability complaints that seriously, because it's just, even if you're 100% agree with it being dumb, you're like, okay, yeah, I guess it's kind of dumb. So that's one stat in the entire game, and you can out-level it immediately and never have to engage with the thing not being very good anymore ever again, if you even agree that it's bad. It's really hard to be like, and that's why the whole game's the worst game in the series. I'm like, no, that's deeply silly. Oh, my flasks are back. Anyway, enjoy my out-of-date, 12 years later, Dark Souls 2 discussion in a completely different game that isn't necessarily even related to Souls games in its entirety, so someone's gonna be mad at me now. We should be nowhere near leveling right now. Yeah. I just got my stuff restored. Oops. Ah. Oh my god. I'm really getting mixed up at the controls somehow. There we go. Someday I'll find an upgrade for you or something. Oh. There we go. Wait. Oh, right. That's how I got here. So now if I go back, I can do that one challenge. Lava's all spilled out of the west. Debris blocking the Ossex exit. Western wilds are a real mess right now. There's clearly more level up there. Can't do anything here? Ah! I forgot you were out here. Oof. Playing this bit backwards is gonna be hostile. Ow! Fuck you, ass. Is this AI turned off? Okay. Oh no! Okay, I'm fine. Trying to go back to the umbrella location. Ow. Oh no, turn around! Oh god. That's a brain trap to put yourself in. And sometimes when you're spamming the attack button, if you try to then change direction, but you haven't really switched off of the spamming the direction button part of your brain, you'll sit there and keep... What's that? Hello, strange creature. Your character will keep repositioning, and they'll be like backstepping, and they might not necessarily actually... Sometimes they change direction, sometimes they don't. Like, sometimes you'll just kind of, like, keep walking backwards while attacking forward. You're like, no, I'm pressing the button for you to turn around. Please turn around. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I am so disoriented. Oh, fuck, I forgot that's how that works. I didn't really forget, I just did it... Oh, shit, there's a hole there. Holy fuck, the screen is so... Okay. After the axe. I think I'm playing the Let's Player tax a lot today, where just me trying to express a thought is constantly delaying a reaction to this or that thing, and jamming my brain. Oh, this goes out the front door! Oh, shortcut! Oh, thank god I died. Ow, stop. Stop. Stop! Oh my god. Go away. Yeah, I have to go back and get my spark, actually. Good discovery, but that's not actually where I need to go right now. Extremely abusable. Alright, other guy, I see you. Ah, damn it. I meant to dodge that. Not a proudest moment. Alright. Where am I going? Let's see. Damn it. It's... Oh, there it is. Ow, stop it. There we go. Yeah, this was the place. I'm like, surely I'll recognize it when I see it, and it won't be super embarrassing. I have to hold it, right. There we go. Here! Oh, that's already immediately worth the whole trip. That's pretty far, though. Oops. I don't know if I can make that jump that far. Oh, I don't have to hold Y the whole time, I just have to hold it when I pull it out. I don't know how I'm gonna get to that chest. It must be an even longer distance sort of jump, or maybe grappling hook. It does feel like a Zelda, 2D Zelda grappling hook moment. Which I shamefully forgot affects wood in my Link Between Worlds playthrough. In my defense, the mechanic isn't tutorialized properly because they just assume you remember, I guess, from a different game? That's a topic for a different day, though. Big frog, man! It's a point of no return drop. I'm trying to follow up on other loose threads, but they're just giving me infinite other loose threads. It's gonna be really hard to keep track of all the places I want to go at some point. I still want to go north of the... I obviously still want to check out where I was going a minute ago. With the shop and the weird northern path through there. So I'm back in this room. This is the left path out of here. can dig directly into the... Oh, those are big mans. You can dig directly into the... oh. Yeah. The fog thrower. Lingering fog. Do I hide in the fog? He seems not psyched about it. This is like... This does feel more like a From Softy murder weapon than I'm used to getting away with. And I'm out. No! I was getting to kill them for free. I can't even go over there, so if they dropped anything good, I wouldn't have gotten it either. Oops. So it would have despawned. What's this whole other direction? So it looks like a point of no return, but if I hit that one thingy that's zit-like over there, it probably lets me come back by breaking that plant. I can walk on this bit. Are you friendly? Yeah! Fill my jug, come on! It's empty. Jug juice run dry. No good. Fill it with pain. You help frog. Ribbit. What? Glutton's jug. Equip this jug and defeat 50 enemies to fill it. What does that mean? Is it a trinket? It's a trinket. Okay, so I need to go back to a place where I won't have the 2 extra... I have to lose my 2 extra plasma vials, I think. I don't think I have... Oh, hello. I can equip it right now. Alright, so now I only have 3 heals again. And we get to just be bummed out about that. Yeah, don't have much reason to cash that stuff out. Okay. That's interesting. You can walk up to stuff if you're not sure if it's dangerous or not, and it'll tell you. Is that a snake with a sword? It also does the same mechanic as me to get across the gap? Knife snake. Can I go through here? I don't understand. I will drown if I get too close, right? Yeah. That's a good mechanic of where just being able to tell if something's dangerous or not because the game will let you know. You can just approach it the way a curious person might and actually get an answer instead of just being punished for experimenting by dying. Bone stone flakes. This is like a little tutorial room about how this stuff works. So that helps establish that I can actually dive through the water. Briefly, I guess. It like vaguely simulates the idea of drowning. Like how much you can hold your breath or how long you can stand it. It's a little weird. It's a little nonsensical that the burrowing mechanic works in water. When I otherwise can't be in water. But this kind of hints at the mechanic too. One is above the air and one is beneath the air, implying that I should jump and then burrow. And that also helps you figure out how to get to the zone. It's really interesting. On top of that, these snakes are here, and they actually navigate the water the same way. And also, they hurt me now. Stop it. Yeah, the environment carefully teaches you how this whole thing works. Beetle? Okay. I thought it was a hermit with a helmet. Like, is that Peng Tong? Peng Tong doesn't wear a helmet. But did give similar vibes. It is announced the Dynasty Warriors 3 remake, which is weird of them to do. What is that? Oh, that's just rocks. I guess it's worth acknowledging that Dynasty Warriors 3 is a really specific role for a bunch of people in their childhoods and whatnot, including me. I played it so much, but choosing to remake specifically Dynasty Warriors 3 is kind of fascinating of a choice. Might as well get a quick heal. Not ready to level yet still, right? No, not quite. I was gonna say, I think it would have glowed at me. If it was ready for me to catch him for a level up. Multitudinous poison attacks abound. Speaking of games that take Souls-like influences, interestingly, I played a PS1 inspired, like, or PS2 inspired, like, Ico style Souls game. Are they implying I can go through this waterfall? Ah, that was a little mean. Where you play as a doll. It has like these like Ico visuals throughout the whole thing, but it's doing like clearly like some Souls-ish gameplay inspirations. And it has the really weird choice of it has like a bonfire style checkpoints like this game does, and in that game the enemies don't respawn. It's just a demo, so we'll see if the final version's like that, but I'm like, what are y'all doing? You can't be not respawning the enemies, because then I'll just spam the checkpoint for— oh my god, what a weirdly frustrating enemy to fight. Is that gonna heal me that little? It did. What? Doesn't this thing default to healing you more than that? Yeah, the snake can definitely be frustrating to fight. Oh god damn it. So its burrowing hurts you. Just trying to come back here because there's clearly something in the water here. I'm just gonna go back and heal again because this has not gone well. But I have some sense of where to maybe go next. Oh, and we have a ding. Which means I can increase my attack out of spite. Oh, I learned something. Okay. If you find running around grabbing everything kind of annoying, you can just stand in front of that nozzle that is the source. I didn't really register that before. I'd like to pretend I was being smart, but no, I definitely just accidentally stood directly in the path and was like, oh, that's the trick. Incredible quality of life feature for the game to be like, yeah, you can just extract the number of souls you want. You don't have to do a bunch of weird intervals and be bummed out when there's leftover change like it's fucking Microsoft points. What if I just stealth around the snake? Maybe they won't notice me. Just trying to get your stuff safely. Big ape. Pinky. Hey, Pipsqueak. Would you like to browse my stuff? I like to chat. Whatever's seeping into the bayou got the critters all twisted. Paths ahead all wrecked. Saw some troopers march through, but no one's coming back. Gorilla drama ass character.